Death is an uncomfortable topic that we as humans shy away from. An immediate response will be, ew, no, death. When I had just turned 18, my older brother convinced me to go skydiving at his job, which is Skydive Atlanta. My first response was, absolutely, I can't wait. When do I jump? Then after I got on the plane and I was like 100 feet into the air, my stomach sunk and I realized there's no going back after this. And so after I jumped off the ledge of the plane, it felt like hundreds of needles were just piercing my skin, and it was just an awful feeling. I felt like I couldn't breathe at all. And so I felt like a fish out of water, just like trying to survive, and it was just a horrid experience. And so for just a brief experience, I felt like my death was lasting forever. And I tell y'all this story because it explains what I'm exactly not. I am not a daredevil, and nor will I ever be a professional skydiver. But I am an introvert who allows schooling to open me up into a more positive way. And when people think of the word introvert, they think of someone who doesn't like to go out and maybe even be boring and stuck up. And I prefer not to describe myself like that. I prefer to describe myself with Urban Dictionary's definition of an introvert, which states an introvert is somebody who prefers to go out and talk to people and hang out with their friends. But at the end of the day, they have to come home and recharge themselves and like just find themselves again. And I find that to be accurate because I feel like that describes me. I am an introvert. I prefer to go out with my friends and hang out and even meet new people. But at the end of the day, I want to come home and just like be with myself. And during this time, people can usually find me either doing my homework or like taking a nap probably. And 99% of the time, I am listening to my music, blocking out the world with my headphones in. And although I am an introvert, I also enjoy my role as being a student. For instance, before I transferred here to Columbus State University, I was being involved in education courses at another college. And during those courses, we would go to other schools and observe other children in varying age levels and while they were in their learning environment, the accurate learning environment. But I was also forced to talk to professionals on a scholarly level in order to sign those meetings and to gain permission in general to be in those classes and observe those children. And I say forced because I hated it. I hated being in those classes and talking to those professionals and higher authorities because it was so intimidating. Like, it was so dreadful. I couldn't do it. I feel like I hated it in the beginning, but afterwards I had more fun with it. And it started being more enjoyable, and it got me out of my comfort zone. And what was really neat is that those traits that I grew up with, which involves public communication, public speaking, and just like communication in general, that helped me a lot because without those values and those traits, I wouldn't have been able to do my practicum at all. I wouldn't have been able to go through with it. And so I'll always define myself as an introvert, and I don't think I'll ever go as far as to ever say and classify myself as an extrovert, but I do appreciate that my schooling has changed me to be more open on a sociable and productive level, and this is who I am.